topics covered in this lecture. In this video lecture, you learn how to give a name to a cell or a range. You already know how to create names for cells or ranges. You can name a cell or a range in two ways, using the define name command or using the create from selection command in the formula tab. Using named cells or ranges in the formulas keep your worksheet clean and it is more meaningful and professional. In this video tutorial, we shall learn how to use named cells in the formulas and how named cells make your job easier. Look at this workbook. There are three worksheets in this workbook: summary, agent commission and monthly sales. In the agent commission worksheet, you see there are three agents: John, Sophia and Marisa. Their commissions are organized according to months and items. Commission is calculated for 6 months, January to June, and for total 4 items: Sedan, Toyota, Honda and Airbus. In the summary worksheet, we shall calculate the total commission earned by the agents for that 6 months and for all the items. In the monthly sales worksheet, sales are organized according to months and shops. Again 6 months from January to June. There are 8 shops: shop A, shop B, shop C and so on. In the summary worksheet, we shall also find out the total sales, average sales, minimum and maximum sales in 6 months from shop A, shop B, shop C and so on. At first, we shall find out the summary of agent commission. Select this cell, input equal sign, type sum, opening bracket, select the agent commission worksheet and select this range of John. Until you press return, the formula will not be accepted in the cell. Press return. You see the total commission earned by John is 12,840. Click on the cell again, look at the formula bar. The formula is not so neat and clean, and it is not a professional way to create formula in this way. Let's create a name for this range. I select all these cells, click on the define name command in the formula bar. New name dialog box appears. By default, name Sedan is suggested for this range, as Sedan is here. I type John, as John is more meaningful name for this range. By default, scope is selected as workbook. This range is selected in the refers to field, as this range was selected before. Click OK. You see this range is selected as John. Now I select this range, click on the name box, type Sophia. Press return. This cell is now named as Sophia. At the end, I select this range, name it as Marisa. Let's go back to summary worksheet. Select this cell, input equal sign, type sum, opening bracket, type just J. You see Excel is suggesting the John name. Press tab. John is entered into the sum function. You see the result is same and the formula is neat and clean and easily understandable. Click on the cell below, input equal sign, type again sum, opening bracket, type S. So many options, type O. Still so many options, type P. Yes, the Sophia is now the only option. Just press tab or double click on Sophia, press return. You see the total commission is 13,210. In the same way, you can find out the total commission earned by Marisa. There is the benefit of using named range in the formula. Say you add an item Ferrari with the existing ones for agent Sophia. Let's redefine the Sophia range. Go to name manager. Click on Sophia. Select range newly, all the items for Sophia. Press return. Click this tick mark. If you don't click on this tick mark and close the name manager dialog box, then the new range will not be set for Sophia name. Now close the name manager dialog box. Click on the name box drop down. Select Sophia. You see the range is defined newly. Let's go to summary worksheet again. You see still the total commission is unchanged as there are no values in these cells. Let's input some values in these cells: 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000. Go back to summary. You see the total commission earned by Sophia is now changed. Let's now find out the total, average, minimum and maximum sales from shop A, shop B, shop C and so on. At first, let's create some names for the ranges. This is shop A range, this is shop B range, this is shop C range, and so on. This time I select all the cells and click on the create from selection command. Create names from selection dialog box appears. Top row and left column is already selected. I deselect left column, only top row. Click OK. You see nothing happens, but actually something important already has happened internally. Click on the name box drop down. You see some new names like shop underscore A, shop underscore B, shop underscore C, etc. have been created. Though the top row is having shop space A, shop space B, shop space C, but the names are created as shop underscore A, shop underscore B, and shop underscore C, and so on. Click on shop A. You see the sales data of shop A is selected. Click on shop B. Shop B data is selected. Now let's go back to summary worksheet. In the shop A total, I input equals sign, type sum, opening bracket, type S, drop down list shows shop A name. I double click on it and press return. You see the total sales of shop A is displaying in the cell. On the average cell, input equals sign, type average, opening bracket, type S, double click on ship A, press return. We get monthly average sales of shop A is 7,500. Click on the minimum cell, input equals sign, insert min function, type S, double click on shop A, press return. The minimum sales in shop A was 5,000. In the maximum cell, type equals sign, type max, opening bracket, type S, double click on shop A, press return. You see the maximum sale in shop A was 10,000. In the same way, you can find out the total, average, minimum and maximum sales of shop B, shop C, shop D, E, F, G and H. So you see how using named cells or ranges in the formula make your job easier. When we shall work with Excel dashboard and when we shall create custom template, you will use this concept widely.